What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of First Eps. We're back, First Eps Central, ready to bring you another heaping helping of sweet, sweet talk. This week, we're talking about the Mysterious Benedict Society, the new Disney Plus show about something. You're going to have to stick around to find out. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. All right, everybody, we are back with another episode of First Eps. Like I said, First Eps Central, a beautiful day.
Yep, we're still out on the patio on the porch.
Hot as always.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're here doing other First Eps, talk about another brand new streaming show. But before all that, how the hell are you?
Good. I got my hair cut. The fans, of course, will notice this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was looking at myself and I think pretty fine.
Yeah. Do you miss it? Have it? It was long.
No, I don't miss it at all.
No.
It's much better now.
Nice.
I've looked at myself recently in the mirror and I think I look like one of my favorite reality show TV celebs. Who do I look like right now with my full new hair?
Shit.
Take a look.
Uh-huh.
Think of someone from, California.
Zach Morris.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment, but thank you. No. Reality TV show.
Yeah.
Guy.
Oh, yep.
Not a girl.
The Situation. They weren't in California.
Situation.
Yeah, I don't know. What was it?
I think it reminds me of Tom Schwartz from Vanderpump Rules. Do you see it? I feel like it's a Tom Schwartz look.
It's a little Schwartzian.
A little Schwartzian, right?
Yeah.
Tom Schwartz, you're listening to this? We got to add him.
Oh, yeah. Add Tom
Schwartz. Let us know what you think about my hair. It looks like you're due.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
We're talking about these big time celebs.
Besides that, everything else has been great. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. We've been now that you're in town, we've been hanging out, playing a lot of video games and that sort of thing. So that's been nice.
It's been very nice. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much. I see now that we see each other regularly, we don't need to have this beginning conversation. It's more for you guys, just to feel.
Now.
Yeah. So now it's like, shit, what do we talk about?
That's
like,
true.
We're like always together.
Yeah. Always together.
We have been playing a lot of Smite,
which I was surprised at because I didn't think I was going to get back into that.
No, and even I got back into it.
Yeah. Last night, Artemis.
Oh, crushing it.
Woo. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Moon goddess herself in the building, in the house. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Let's talk about this show then. Okay. We got something to talk about.
Teams. Speaking of zany teams.
Zany teams. We watched the Mysterious Benedict Society.
Yep.
It's a brand new Disney Plus series.
Yep.
About like a group of kids trying to, do a mission, way. Save the world.
Save the world. Now we find out that something's going on, and it's called the extermination.
Dude, you are way too good for this.
What is it?
So yeah, there's a event happening in the world. It's called the emergency.
That's it.
We'll get to that.
I thought we proved in the very beginning. Don't we know about the emergency in the beginning?
Like after like a couple minutes, but it is very early in the beginning. But I just want to set the scene as far as the aesthetics. Yeah. I want to
I see. Okay.
Talk about that because we don't know the time period. I mean, do we? It's older.
I don't know. The cars look old.
Yeah, they never specifically stated anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looked like a 70s, 80s vibe to me, but I wasn't really sure.
Yeah, I would even gone earlier. I would even say
really?
Like
60s?
60s.
Okay.
I don't know. But anyway, so it starts immediately with Tony Hale. He plays Benedict, the Mysterious Benedict, and the owner of his society. And then
the proprietor.
And then they focus on a couple people. Trapeze girl, a kid who's like really good at trivia.
Yep.
And then this angry little girl.
Yep.
And then they talk about the emergency.
Gotcha.
Everybody's like, someone needs to save us from the emergency.
Yes.
And right away we know the gist of the show. Someone needs to save us from the emergency.
Right. Okay.
And what the emergency is, it's just people having fear and anxiety. Like it's just like a growing.
Did I miss that?
I guess so. So I will say for this one we watched it together, and I think it's maybe like a 50-minute show, right?
It was a little
like
longer than anticipated.
49 of those minutes, he was playing a game on his phone next to me. So, you know, we're just coming right out with it. Full disclosure. I watched it. I have a page of notes.
You do. Mm-hmm. You took a lot of notes the entire time.
I did. I even said like right away, I was like, man, I have so many notes already.
Yeah. And I was excited about that because I had gotten a lot of missions in my game. But we don't have to talk about that right now.
No, please. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. And it's basically, and I thought that was interesting as the big issue that needs to be solved, because it's really just like kind of like what was going on in our life now, because it's all like it's the media, just all they talk about in the newspaper and on the news. They keep talking about the emergency, and it's just perpetuating this more every time they talk about it, more and more fear, more and more anxiety. And there's really nothing they're talking about, but the emergency is the fear and anxiety. So it's just kind of like a cyclical thing that's like perpetrated by the media and other people talking about it. And I'm like, that's kind of like what's happening now with like social media and everything. It's just like everybody is like in this like cycle of just like making you feel shittier and shittier about everything.
Cycle inflammation.
So I thought that was interesting. And we can't go any further without even talking about like the aesthetic of this show. And it's 100% just like a Wes Anderson show.
Yeah. That was amazing.
The colors, the styles, even the way it's shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things where it's like, it's broken up in the panels.
Strange perspectives.
Yes. Yep. Or the camera like spins around and stuff. Like right in the beginning, after they show like those three kids, then there's a super long shot going through the halls of this orphanage. And then it settles on this one kid.
Is it set? By the way, is this set in the United States or England? I thought it was England in the beginning, but then it looks like it's U.S. because no one's got an accent.
No. That was the kicker. They really, set it off. Like, I thought it was England, but they all speak with American accents.
but the aesthetic is very English. Like, is there, orphans and asylums.
Yeah, lots of orphans, lots of asylums, just like those
tests.
Brits.
Exactly.
But
I feel like prep school, that's a very English thing too. I don't know, or
and I think also it's like the age.
That's true. Okay. Anyway,
I really don't know. But so then right then we see the kid in the orphanage. Opening credits, really cool opening credits. They're like animated again, very very Wes Anderson-y. Like the whole thing. And then we see one of the main characters, this kid Rainey Muldoon, reading a book. And their kids are like making fun of him about it.
Please, sir, read another book.
Yep.
That's what they're
teasing him. Governor. These are the only English accents in the whole thing. It really made things confusing.
Exactly. That was what you see. You got it.
But yeah, they were making fun of him for reading a book. It's like, really?
Yeah. I thought that too.
Where are we in
I know, right? What is this?
There weren't even really like TVs back then, like a ton of them.
They were like,
what are you going to do?
Walking around laughing at the kid for reading a book.
Yeah, you're going to go play?
Whatever.
Stupid.
But then a woman came in who I wasn't
super
sure
nice woman.
But who was she?
I think she was like his tutor or teacher or something like that.
Yeah.
His education provider.
Oh yeah, he does say his teacher later on.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Yeah.
And she's like great, and she talks about things that are happening. They talk about the emergency and how he's like starting to feel a little bit more anxious.
Yep. Right. Okay.
And then they talk about a test to get into a school.
Yep.
And this kid's like, he's super smart.
Yep. But he's like, I don't want to leave. I'm fine where I am.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, he's not out for himself. He's just like this orphan. He's just trying to get by. No confidence. And he's scared of everything.
Yep.
But yeah, so then they talk more about the emergency, and then we see the test. We're at the test, which was like, it was almost the entirety of the first episode was the test.
Absolutely.
And it was so much fun.
Series of the test. Oh, totally.
It was so much fun. So immediately Kristen Shaw is the what are the people that put the tests?
Like a proctor for the exam.
A proctor, yes. And she's she's out there and she's test number one. And then she goes through like this list of things, like you put your name on it,
read through
completely, and then so it's like an order.
Yep.
And then the questions are like all ridiculous questions.
Yep.
Like no one would know the answer.
Yep.
But Rainey figures it out, and like he's able to do really well on the test.
Yep.
They go through. They have to pick one person to go for, or they have to pick as many people to go for it. Only one person gets called.
Yeah.
It's our boy Rainey.
Woo!
So, and then he's got to go to a second test, and he gets to the second test, and it's the girl. The girl drops her pencil in the sewer.
Yes, right.
And he like has this empathy and he helps her figure it out.
Yep.
So he gets this girl her pencil, and then she goes in the test. She's like, "Here, I got the answers. Do you want to cheat?"
Mhm.
And he's too smart. He's like, "No, I know this is another test."
No.
He kicks him away.
Yep. Yep.
And then I can't stop, or I can't say anything more without Kristen Shaw. She was amazing during the whole thing.
She was great. I mean, if there was a role that like you can envision a Kristen Shaw in, this was it. Perfect.
It was perfect.
Perfect.
Because at one point, then
how has she not been cast in a role like this in the past?
Yeah.
Like kind of a zany.
Yeah, she's zany. She's very zany,
but like still has a heart.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And also kind of like dumb because she was like, anybody, what was it? Like caught cheating or no?
Yeah.
Will be executed. And she's like, oh, I mean, excused. It was very funny. Just her delivery.
Yeah, it was perfect.
If any child is caught cheating, they will be executed. Excused. Will be excused.
So, and then she's got like a giant pickle jar.
Yeah,
she's just eating pickles and drinking the juice. Yeah. It was weird. So again, our boy Rainey gets called. Only one
for the second round.
And then we go, and this is where we see the team. Now there's 6 kids.
Yep.
We meet the people we saw in the beginning. The trapeze girl, her name was Kate Weatherall.
Yep.
The trivia kid, Sticky Washington.
Okay.
And let's see,
Constance or something. What's her name?
Yeah. Then there were like 2.
Right. 2 others we saw.
Yeah, 2 douchey little kids.
Yeah.
So, and the one girl immediately, she's like,
she pulled like Veruca Salt.
Well, the guy was like, pleased to meet you. And she's like, it's pleased to meet you. And it's like, ugh.
Exactly.
And
she walks in the door. It's a trick. And she was,
she just said,
communicated.
She's like, no, I'm not going to do it. No. She was executed immediately.
Bam. Just beheaded.
Yeah. So it was like another test and she had to do this. And she was like, no, I'm not doing it. And they're like, all right, hit the bricks.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very, Veruca Salty. She was like a little bee.
The thing opens up and she falls.
But yeah, so the test was they have to get from like point A to point B without like stepping on
a square.
And the way then this is broken up and it shows each perspective on the 4 things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That
Again,
was so cool.
very Wes Anderson-y, but the one girl's doing a trapeze or like she's doing her like trapeze work by doing tight ropes and the other kid's like, doing math or whatever.
Yeah. That was I love that part because that's when you started to see that there were several different ways to answer each problem. And each one of the people that we're going to start to know uses a very different method of kind of engaging with the world and working their way through it. I thought that was really cool.
It was super cool. And even like the one douchey kid was just like jumping like 15 feet like from here to there. And I'm like, all right, we didn't
lava.
Yeah. So
he's gonna be like, what's his name growing up? Zac Efron. He's a Zac Efron in the group.
Is that a comp or no? I
don't know. I just saw. I mean, that's just what I saw. Like, because you just see these things.
Zac Efron's a great guy.
Sure, but I don't know if it's right for this particular part. We'll see what happens in the next scene.
So they all go through. And they go to the final test, and it's like going through some weird basement, some creepy basement. And then they end up at a school, like this big school.
Yeah.
Final test. Then we get to meet the people more. We hear her like Kate tells a really sad story about her dad.
Yep.
How he just like left or whatever. It was such a bummer.
Yeah.
So I even thought, I was like, dude, we're having fun with this show. And then Kate over here, just a Debbie Downer.
Exactly. Just moping around.
Seriously.
Mopey Molly.
Mopey Molly, Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
The other ones we could do. Sad, Sandy.
Yeah. Miserable Max. Just typical.
So then we go to the test. And they have to do this. It's like like an obstacle course type thing in this mansion, like kind of like an escape room.
Yeah.
And they have to ring a bell.
Right.
And we do see at that point, we see Rhonda there. That's the girl who dropped the pencil. We see she's part of it.
She's a plant. She's a teacher. I did think she looked a little old to be one of the students.
Yeah.
She was there. But,
and I think Rainey knew it too, because he was just like, girl,
I'm not buying this.
Yeah, I'm 9. You're 17.
17. She's more like 27.
2017. And then so yeah, the dickhead kid.
Yep.
He like goes through and he knocks down our boy Sticky.
Yeah, the little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
after he follows him, uses his brain.
He does. He cheated too.
Yep. And then he pushed him out of the way.
Yeah, we knew he wasn't long for the show though. But he gets there, he rings the bell, and then we found out that he did it wrong.
Yep.
Supposed to ring the bell as a team.
Yes.
And,
although I was a little confused by that because I thought they had a time limit and they were still past the time limit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really remember what the rules were.
See, I was playing my game a lot, but I remember that part. So
yeah.
Like, I'll ask him this during the live interview session when we're talking to see what he says about this.
Maybe because they were the only three to do it right. Maybe then,
gotcha.
They didn't have to worry about the time anymore.
Okay. First team to do it together. Yeah, because it had to be a three. The first three to ring the bell.
Three, yes, and they did it to three.
Yes,
together.
See these little tricks. It's
it was all the tests were like little tricks and wordplay. This was my least favorite bit of wordplay of the whole thing.
That's true. But then the one guy, Zac Efron Light, had mentioned, he's like, this isn't fair at all.
Yeah, I would have.
Kristen Shaw was like, that's right, it certainly isn't. I can't disagree with you here. And she kicks him out the door.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It certainly isn't. Yeah, she really was great. She was like the highlight. I mean, the kids were great.
Oh, sure.
But she really, like, her moments, she shined.
Oh,
she really grabbed him by the horns.
Yeah, she was like a Kate Blanchett in every scene that she was in. Just took it out, underneath her grasp, and we just flew with her to the stars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we have our winning team. It's the three. So then they go and meet Mr. Benedict, the guy who's putting this whole thing together.
Yep.
It's Tony Hale. We met him at the beginning of the show.
The benefactor.
And then we meet the fourth member of the group.
Surprise.
Constance Contraire.
Yeah, Contraire. Is that her name? That's funny.
And she's just like, she seems to be the youngest of the crew.
Mm-hmm. Miserable, but great hair.
Miserable.
Cool.
And she was just so mean.
Yeah.
But we didn't see her test, but they talk about how differently she did it. How she was just like, again, she did it differently. She's very clever. Mm-hmm. But at one point, that girl, Kate, says, you were very unpleasant.
Yeah, she's like the Slytherin type of character in this. If we can go into those kinds of things. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Slytherin.
Mm-hmm.
Kate is what? Hufflepuff?
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Rainy, Gryffindor.
Yes. And
then Sticky
Washington. Yep. Definitely
Ravenclaw.
Yep. Yeah, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, then Mr. Benedict is explaining what his plans are for them. And at one point, and then he just falls asleep.
Yeah.
And he says that he has type 1 narcolepsy.
It's narcolepsy. And there was something else too.
Yeah.
Type 1, severe case of type 1 narcolepsy. With apoplexy. I forgot what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, he just dozes off and everybody just tried to give him a pillow. But he woke right back up.
He did.
It was good to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how long I was going to stick around.
Too. Yeah.
But yeah, then he breaks the news that the prize that he told them about wasn't the thing, but he needs their help. And the thing that brought them all together was that they all have empathy.
Yes.
We find out it's the but
Constance is like, I don't have empathy.
Yeah, she really doesn't seem like she does. I don't know what her story is.
Yeah, we don't learn that yet. But I think he looks at her and she like backs down. So like there's something developing there.
Yeah. And then we learn about the emergency and the sender. Is
tell me more about this. I might have been playing my game.
This is this is the villain. They believe that he's using like mass hypnosis and stuff to
I don't even remember this.
to cause the emergency. And it's also it's Tony Hale's or Mr. Benedict's twin brother, also played by Tony Hale. So then Mr. Benedict gives us an impassioned speech about how they need to do this. Oh, I cannot believe you did not. This was the very end. So maybe you're just
was I at the bathroom at this point in time?
Maybe. No, we would have paused it.
I don't remember this.
I think you're probably just really in a good mission on your game.
This was a little bit of a longer one than we usually watch. I'm used to these kind of half-hour shows. So I might have lost a little focus, but go ahead. Yeah.
But you're just giving a speech about how they need to do this and what they could do to save the world. And then an alarm goes off.
I remember that part. And Kristen Shaw's going crazy, and he's like, "Oh!" And that's pandemonium.
Yeah, and then credits,
and it's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
we
don't know what that means, what the alarm means. I mean, I guess the team's gonna have to work together sooner than they thought.
That's what he said. That's right.
But yeah, that was the show. It was, I mean, we went through it pretty quickly, but it was a 52 minute show, I think it was. And
they spent a lot of time really like showing us some of the questions and the thinking processes.
Yes.
So it really was a lot of, again, I think, development of the characters in the story.
Absolutely. And that was, I mean, we got to see, and that's what I loved about it, is that we got to see the characters not through much backstory at all.
Yeah.
Maybe like 30 seconds for each one. We saw like I said, the kid knew trivia, the girl was a trapeze artist.
Yep.
But how they did their problem solving, we saw who they were as people.
That's what was so cool. How they approached the
So
problem.
cool. Yeah, I thought that was really smart. Now we should say these are based on a series of YA books. So like, it is for a younger age.
Yep.
But it was very clever. It wasn't like dumbed down at all.
No,
but it was definitely more inclusive for a younger audience.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
and of course, I do have to put a little plug.
Yeah. Have you read the book?
I have not read the books, but my partner has. He's on the publishing team that helped to publish this book. So in the credits, in the opening, thank you. He has his name on there. A thank you to Noel de la Rosa. That's right. Shout out at him. But I remember he showed us this book before in several times on vacation. He'll see a place and be like, oh, "Wait, this is the book that I helped to publish." And we're like, "Oh, that's so cool." And now when this movie came out, he was like, "This is the book I showed you about." I'm like, it's all full circle now.
Yeah, it was really cool. I didn't even know about it when we picked this. Like,
that there was a connection.
Yeah, that there was a connection. So we don't have any,
there's no kickbacks or anything.
No kickbacks. We're making our own decisions about our thoughts on this.
Yep. That's awesome.
But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And I felt like he was a celeb.
Yeah, totally, like literati. Yeah.
Like now he's probably gonna be on the show, right?
Oh my gosh, I think he's actually getting season 2. They called him in for that. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but there are quite a few books I know in the series. I think like 6 or so. So there's quite potential for this.
Yeah,
for a long kind of thing.
Is he only thanked in the first one?
I actually don't know.
Or it might even not be even thanked until like the 5th one. That would be a little. We might have to cut this whole part out. That's kind of embarrassing.
That's true. No, I'm pretty sure it's the first one because he's been where he is at his current job for a while, and this was his last job.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if it's over a series of years, I'm not sure how much longer. Unless he saw them all first. I don't know if this is. I don't know how they do this.
No one knows.
If people publish all at once, like here's my 1,000-page tome, and they break it off
and they
at
break
the publishers,
it up.
or do you?
Probably not for these YA books, dude. I feel like I could write a YA book.
Yeah.
It's easy. To have a vampire, he enrolls in high school.
Tell me more. Okay, all right. This is taking a new twist that we haven't seen.
He's shiny
vampire. Oh, glistens.
Yeah, he glistens in the sun.
Okay.
And he wants to have sex with a high school student.
Wait, is he? So
he's thousands of years old.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I like this.
And we call it Moonlight. Yeah.
Okay. A very special episode
of Moonlight. No, this is a book.
Oh, this is a book, right? I'm just thinking when we get picked up. So is this a YA book where he wants to have relations with children in high school?
You've obviously never read Twilight. This was I was full blown it was my version of Twilight.
Oh my gosh, no, I was on that too. We're going to Twilight too.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he was with Stephanie, whatever her name is.
Meyer.
It's the same. It was the same publishing house.
Does he get a thank you on that one?
I don't think so.
Stephanie Meyer's a bitch.
I don't know if he worked with her directly. I think that was like a higher level editor was working on that one.
But yes, have you never seen Twilight the movies or read the book?
I mean, I know there's somebody with like powers, and Kristen Dunst was it?
It's like 1,000.
Kristen Dunst.
No,
Kristen
Stewart.
Yeah,
but he's like I just think it's hilarious. He's like 1,000-year-old vampire.
The high school guy. What's his name? Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, I didn't know he's supposed to be that old.
I don't know how old he is.
Oh, okay.
But it's just silly that he's older than I think he's more than a couple hundred years old.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, why would they choose to go to high school? I don't know if I missed something. Maybe he needed virgin blood or something.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know a lot about the Twilight. I mean, we can ask Noelle, my partner, but I'm not sure.
Liz probably knows.
Liz knows definitely too. Yeah.
I bet it's virgin blood.
It's got to be. I mean, that's what you're always looking for when you're a vampire.
I mean, why else would you go to high school? I mean, you can't go to elementary school. That's weird. You got high school is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to do that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't you still do it a little bit of college too? I mean, there might be some.
Yeah,
there.
it's harder to get a virgin in college, though, probably.
Well, don't they have like census and stuff to find these kinds of things? I mean, it's not.
No. They just have to ask.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. They're like, yeah. You guys, do you know if Rachel is a virgin? I'm just curious. Not that I want to eat her virgin blood.
I'm actually the new doctor on campus. I need to do physicals on everyone.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
The old dipstick test.
Well, this
right.
took a turn.
Yeah. So maybe not for our it's harder than you think to write a YA book.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get these fresh ideas. So you're trying though.
Well, let's move on from books about this stuff.
Yeah.
And let's talk about other TV shows, movies that kind of use this formula. We were talking about it, how it's kind of like, you get the group of kids together and they have to like go on a mission and solve the world. And like, there's so many similar movies or shows. And we're like, well, let's list what they are.
Yeah.
Initially we thought of Goonies right off the bat.
Yeah, that's
the classic.
And it definitely had the same kind of almost like strange whimsy to the world. Like I feel like Goonies also had that weird,
absolutely.
Like it was kind of scary, but kind of alienating, but also kind of like drew you in with cool colors and scenes.
And the way it was like shot too. There's a lot of times where it had like wacky music happening,
which I loved.
Yes, you're a sucker for wacky music.
Absolutely. There was that part with the pirate ship and it went on the slide into like the water or something.
All right, so let's go through.
I was still reminiscing about Goonies. My gosh, how rude is this?
Goonies, go.
Truffle Shuffle. I could do that now nicely. Yeah. I'm done now.
Who's your favorite Goonies character?
Who's the guy with the eye?
Sloth?
Yeah.
You would pick Sloth. I always liked
and then the smart Asian guy too.
Yeah, who's the Asian guy who does the traps and stuff like that?
Seems like the only one who actually had any powers.
He did have powers.
Right? Like he saved them a couple of times. What's his name though? I can't remember his name.
I don't know, but he always the booby trap.
Yeah, yes. I
have to watch Goonies because I don't really remember much
there were a couple
about
of girls, right? But one of them like just always got captured. Right, and then one of them was a little tougher. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, you were wrong about that. I think they were all together like the whole time.
The group and got
I think the only person that got captured was Chunk.
Oh,
and then him and Sloth went on their side
Sloth.
show.
Yeah. Side adventure. Yeah.
But okay, so let's talk.
Okay.
So we found the list, and let's talk about. Tell me how you feel about certain ones of these movies, or whether or not they should be on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether they should be on this list.
Now, Stand By Me was on the list too. Do you think? And that's more. That's not really like they're not trying to save the day. It's just kind of like a coming of age.
That's how I feel that one too.
Off the list. Hit the road.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, of course.
Definite.
I mean, this is very much Stranger Thingsy also because that has like whimsy too.
Oh yeah.
In that I don't know, just the setting and the time.
Yep. We'll see if this becomes as dark as Stranger Things.
I don't think it will because I think Stranger Things is for an older audience.
Yeah. Okay, but through the eyes of a kid, whereas this is for a mixed audience. But through
even Stranger Things got like much darker through the seasons as well, and I guess as they were growing up.
Yeah.
But that one is like an instant classic. What about E.T.?
E.T. I mean, what did he save anything in E.T.? He just saved E.T.
He saved E.T., but it was a mission. It was for like it was a big mission. Elliot,
pull my finger.
No, it doesn't say pull my finger.
That's a joke, right?
Be good.
Oh, that's it. Bam. Yeah.
Why did you pull back? You didn't touch.
Pull back. Yeah. Bam. There we go.
I don't think E.T. says bam either. Have you ever seen E.T.?
I have. And I went on the ride once at like Universal Studios.
Oh.
You ride on like the little bicycle.
Were you in the bike? You were in the basket?
No, I think you all have an E.T. in your basket when you're driving it. It pops up at the end.
I wish like you were in the basket, like your mom was pedaling the bike. But I think E.T. is they're on a mission. There's a group of kids. Now it's just their brother and sister though. So it's not really
like you're dedicated to this one. So I'm not going to try to,
all right.
You're not going to
ruin
your thunder.
What about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Oh, that definitely. Yeah.
We just watched that recently just to
For your son.
Yeah, he loves bugs, and we showed him a giant ant.
And speaking of Disney, there's also the Honey I Shrunk the Kids there.
Yes, it was like a 3D adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a good one because that's like, and again, they're from different parts of the neighborhood.
They're all kind of their thing.
Yeah, they all have their thing. Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Now that's just a family as well, but again, they all have different abilities.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're legit like kings and queens.
Oh, yeah, they got real power.
Yeah.
Now, your favorite is the one with the arrow girl.
Yes.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
Lucy.
It's been a long time. So I used to love the second one. I thought that was like one of the greatest movies ever made.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't seen it in probably 5 years, but I need to rewatch it again.
Wow. I just remember what's her name was amazing.
It was so
Tilda Swinton was great in the first one.
Yes, she was. But this one, like the premise is like there's a war, and it's like these beasts that are like they use weapons and wear armor. Like there's bears that have armor and shit like that. Like
sounds pretty epic.
And like these
I think I saw that.
Like the horsemen.
Ghillie suits.
What are those people like?
Yeah. Centaurs
and shit. Yeah, dude, it's like a war movie, but with like animals and beasts and creatures. Super cool.
So like Lord of the Rings, like
and the chick with the archery.
Yeah.
And a big lion. And there's way less like religious undertones than the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
What about it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like
I can see that.
Again,
very
like
dark.
All different walks of life. Now they don't really have like abilities that are better than others, but they're just scared.
But no, I can see it. Yeah, totally. Because it's a team of kids.
Sandlot. They're on a mission. They got to get the ball back.
Sandlot.
You
ladybugs. I mean,
you don't know much about Sandlot.
I don't. People think that my dad loves
your dad loves child sports movies. Yes,
he doesn't. But that's caught on in our circle of friends.
In the world.
Yeah.
He loves ladybugs, little giants.
Yep.
Sandlot.
Yep. And he always had a thing for Gina Davis in League of Their Own too.
A
little bit of it spin.
Yeah,
but underdogs too.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a Georgia Peach at heart.
Exactly.
Harry Potter, definitely. I mean, we already talked about how like they're already in their houses on this show.
Yeah. Harry Potter's huge. Yeah,
and that's another YA book.
Yep.
So that seems to be like a thing with some of these YA books. Just like have these really like kids that whoever's reading it can maybe be a part of, like have a similarity to one of the characters.
Like have a hero to look up to that looks like them instead of the typical athlete or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Another one similar to it and Goonies and that sort of thing. Super 8.
I don't know that one.
You're not a fan of that one. That one is a newer Spielberg movie where it was just like really just a throwback. 100% just like let's do, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago now. But they're like, let's do a Goonies for now. Let's do it's very much Stranger Thingsy too. But this was prior to Stranger Things. So
cool.
And then your favorite Three Ninjas.
That was mentioned earlier too. I don't know what Three Ninjas is either.
I don't think I've ever seen Three Ninjas.
Okay.
Right. I'm assuming it's about three ninjas.
Oh, okay. Like Three Musketeers, but like more modern.
I think they're brothers.
But they're kids.
And they're ninjas.
So this was on the list of best like teen kid movies.
And I knew it was your favorite, so I had to include it. What about Hook? Remember Hook?
Okay, I guess so. Sure, Peter Pan.
But that had Robin Williams in it, like as an adult, just kind of throwing off the whole thing.
But he was against them, right? It's okay if the adult is the adversary.
No, Robin Williams was Peter Pan. Good. Spoiler alert: Robin Williams is Peter Pan. He was? Yeah, he like grew up. He went and he like settled down and grew up.
No wonder I couldn't stand that movie.
Julia Roberts was Tinkerbell.
Really?
Yeah, you got to go rewatch that.
I don't want to watch this movie again.
Dustin Hoffman as Captain.
He was Captain Hook.
Hook.
With the dark brown hair, black hair, right? And the red thing on? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that Robin Williams was Hook.
No. Robin Williams, we can learn how to fly and they go, coo-coo-coo or something like that.
Robin Williams drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, sure, we can put that on the list.
Yeah.
But he was an adult, so no. What about like Jumanji?
Jumanji. Yeah, but that one again, Robin Williams as an adult hanging out with kids just throws the whole thing off. How many movies are there? Robin Williams as an adult hanging out with kids. Patch Adams.
I guess he was treating kids at that
Mrs.
one.
Doubtfire.
That's true. Yeah.
Aladdin.
Okay. Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
okay. Yeah.
Then the other one on the list, The Lost Boys.
Sure.
That one, they saved the day from the vampires.
Seen that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
They're a little older.
Do you have a favorite off the list that we just mentioned?
I mean, I have to go with Goonies. Yeah.
I think
just for the way, I just feel like it's just.
I have to rewatch Goonies. I remember watching it so much when I was younger that like at a certain point, like I was just like, oh, I'm so sick of this.
Really?
Movie. Yeah, and like Chunk, I can't look at him. He's a little turd. But now as an adult, I want to go back and watch it and see.
You haven't seen it like in a long time.
I haven't, not in probably 15 years, 10 years. I don't want to age myself.
Oh yeah,
but,
no. Yeah.
But I think my favorite is Stranger Things. I really
that's a great show. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying that. I'm excited for more of that to come. I thought all the characters are really represented well. You get to like love each one of the characters separately.
I haven't watched it since the second season, so kind of out of it. But yeah.
I love the third season was very good.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Definitely check it out. And like you said, it does get darker and darker.
Cool.
And the big bad gets bigger and badder. So
wow, all right.
Yeah.
Very,
very interesting. But yeah, that was fun. There's always these kids on a mission. Kids on a mission.
Keeping us in track, saving the world from what we don't even know is
don't
what's
even
bad
know.
for us.
Yeah.
They know what it is. Yeah. Generation.
So let's go back to the Mysterious Benedict Society. Now we can only watch, this is a Disney show, so they come out weekly. There are 2 episodes on right now, 8 episodes in total, so 6 more coming out weekly. What is your rating on this one? Binge it?
I think this is a solid watch for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, and I will watch it, but it's going to be one of those where it's like, if I've got nothing else new that's on, I'll throw it on.
Yep.
Because I definitely want to watch the season. I mean, like, it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
I'll wait for a few more to come out and watch them. But I love the characters. It's really filling that Wes Anderson void.
Yep.
So hopefully that continues, and hopefully it stays quirky.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a watch it for me. We should say we did watch more of Physical.
Oh yeah,
that's still holding up. We said binge it on that one. It's still getting better and better. So if you're still interested, go check out Physical. That is fantastic.
I think I'm a little confused in the second one, but you helped me out there too.
Yeah,
I may have been playing a game again.
It was the same night, so yeah, it was probably the same game. But we have our things that we like to do. Yours is to not pay attention to things.
Exactly. Just riding everybody else's coattails.
All right. On that note, let's shut this down so you can go back to playing.
I got a lot of games to play tonight, bro.
What is it? Is it Final Fantasy? Is that what you're playing? Tactics or whatever?
Oh yeah. That's
actually the one
we got to go in right now. War of the Visions Final Fantasy is on autoplay right now.
Oh boy.
Yep.
It just goes the whole time.
Yeah, I've got a lot of an NRG. And I've got to.
Does it kill your battery?
It does. Yeah. And the other one I was playing was that Angels one. It's a new strategy RPG.
But we're not going to talk. Game?
Yeah, it's for Switch.
Yeah, it's a weird one. We're not going to talk about that.
Less than $20.
All right. That is it for this week's episode. We're going to get out of the heat, back into the air conditioning. And into the fire.
Yep.
But yeah, follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram. I guess not all of them, just those 2.
Not TikTok. So we're not into that yet. But
we got into that. We'll work on it.
Yeah. Maybe that little physical dance I did.
That's our first TikTok viral.
It could be.
That could be viral. I think you got to hold the phone like the other way though.
Vertical shots.
Yeah, it's a big TikTok thing.
All right, we can do that. We'll switch it up.
But yeah, and YouTube. Hit us up on YouTube. Leave a comment. Subscribe there. That's where you can find the video portion of this show, as well as a bunch of other stuff regarding all things pop culture. Pop Culture Playground is the name of that channel. And Apple Podcasts, give us a rating there. Leave a comment, please. And I think that's everything.
Take care. Stay safe, guys.
Yeah, we've got we're gonna have like a little
special.
A little, yeah. Oh, well, we can say what it is. So next week we're gonna do another retro rewind. A little show called
The Golden Girl.
The Golden Girl.
I convinced him it's coming out on Hulu.
It's happening. Yes.
And we want to watch it.
It's coming out on Disney.
Oh.
Yeah, all seasons are coming out on Disney. It's on Hulu.
It's coming out on Disney, so we're celebrating that.
Yeah, celebrating. And then we'll figure things out, but there may be a short hiatus while we go on vacation.
Yeah, we got some vacations.
Not
together.
Separate vacations. Thank God. But okay, we're just rambling now. Thank you so much for checking this out. We will see you again next week. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Oh, that's what I figured.
Siri, we're not talking to you.
All right.
Just ignore her. She'll go off.
She's still listening.
She's off. She's
All
off.
right.